And now let's go to Jeffrey Butts. He's a professor and director of the Research and Evaluation Center at John Jay College of Criminal Justice at the City University of New York. Thanks so much for being with us today, Jeffrey. Welcome to U News.
Hi, Andrea. Good to be with you.
What is the data telling you about the nationwide rise in crime at this time?
Well, we have to be careful about our terms. There's no rise in crime. There's not even a uniform rise in violence. There's what we're seeing is a rise in gun violence and illegal use of guns. And the other challenge is when you ask the question, what are the data show? We're terrible in this country at using data to inform crime policy. And one of the reasons is the data take a long time to come out. We won't have good data about 2020 for another 6 months. And it's really hard to piece together an explanation when your data come out so long after the end of a year.
Let's talk specifically about New York City. Shootings roughly doubled every quarter in 2020, starting with 167 shootings in the first quarter of the year, then doubling to 361, then 634. Talk to us about these numbers and how they compare to pre-pandemic levels.
Yes. So we definitely saw the same increase that other areas of the country have seen here in New York with a jump in shootings. And the police department here are very good at releasing their data. So one advantage we have at the city level is more contemporary data. When you look at the shootings in this year and the past few quarters and compare them to the same quarter or prior years, we see some evidence that it's getting better. So you can't just say, how's this quarter compare to the next quarter? Because we know that shootings and violence tend to cycle on a calendar basis. They go up in the spring and summer and come down in the winter. But if you compare year to year, last year we saw a 150% increase in the first quarter of 2020 compared to 2019. This year in the first quarter, we saw a 50% increase over 2020. So the disparity is still there, the increase is there, but we're hoping that this change in the numbers means that the surge is starting to die out. But we do not know yet, and it's very concerning.
In your estimation, what is behind this increase in gun violence in particular?
Yes, well, one clue is to recognize that the pandemic affected the whole world. But with the pandemic mixing in with all of our other social and economic challenges here in the country, I think that's why we're seeing shooting. Basically, we have hundreds of millions of easily obtained weapons in circulation in this country. It's easy for anyone to find a gun to use, especially handguns. We also have longstanding economic inequities and weak supports for low-income families and communities of color. So anytime there's a cultural or economic problem, those communities feel it first and feel it worse. And finally, we have the incidence of police violence. Now that almost everyone has a phone with a good camera in it, we are seeing and witnessing police violence like the George Floyd incident, which is helping to erode the legitimacy of law enforcement, which adds to the problem.
A lot of attention has gone to gun violence and other crimes in major cities, like I mentioned, in New York, also Chicago. But what is happening in rural parts of the country?
Yeah, that's a very good question. When you look, we tend to say cities. We always talk about gun violence in cities because cities are the ones that are able to generate the very fast numbers that come out every month. But you have to look at rural areas. And sometimes when you do that, you find rates of gun violence, so per capita rates that are as bad as some of our largest cities. But because of the national the poor attempt to collect data at the national level, we often don't know about rural areas until well into the next year. And so you have to look back in time to compare urban and rural. And that's a big challenge.
Now, do you think the president's plan can have any real impact in curbing violent crime and also gun violence?
I hope so. Every provision in the plan is solid, and it's what I think any sensible person would do. The trick is actually implementing it and backing it up with resources. The idea of using community-based violence prevention makes a lot of sense, but you can't just say those words and find a program that claims to do it and then give them money. You have to have well-structured, well-managed programs based on solid frameworks, and that's not simple. But we are making progress in this country. Programs like Cure Violence, for example, or Advance Peace are both programs that are pretty well established, and people are working to make them better and stronger. I think that's where the hope lies.
Well, thanks so much for all this insight. Jeffrey Butts of John Jay College of Criminal Justice.